What up, Dokkanners? 4 EZAs and over 30 Dragonstones are coming to global in about a day and a half. In today's video, we're going to be talking about the Super Saiyan 3 Bardock EZA, how you can prepare for the event, talking about hit potential builds, sample team recommendations, and just getting you overall prepared for all of this stuff. By the way, folks, these 3 units, the sub EZAs, cannot awaken until this countdown hits 0, but you can farm their medals right now. So hopefully you guys are doing that. And if you've already done it, let me know in the comments. So let's just jump in and talk about the Super Saiyan 3 Bardock first. Now, actually, your subscriber challenge for today's video is a flashback test. Do you have this flashback? Have you guys ever just thought about the times or the days where you had to bring a cringy Super Saiyan 3 category team into this Super Battle Road and you would get destroyed, demolished? Your Bardocks would get annihilated by the Fat Boo right here, the terror of all things, evil physical Fat Boo on that Super Saiyan 3 Super Battle Road. If you guys were around during that time and know what I'm talking about, you got to subscribe to the channel. We can all help each other out and try to move on past that traumatic event. Point being, folks, Super Saiyan 3 is a category that has very limited leaders, but desperately needed the help. And unfortunately, this guy's EZA is dropping way after the fact. At this point, with the power creep, we're able to beat the event no problem. But back in the day, dude, this guy's EZA could have not dropped at a better time back then. So yeah, it's long overdue, but still, I'm glad it finally happened. Let's go over the EZA. This guy now raises, actually, he's first of all full on 170 lead for Super Saiyan 3. Before, he was a 130% lead for the HP side. Stat wise, he was good. For the super attack, raises defense for 1 turn, causes immense damage, and seals. Before this, he had a medium chance to seal. So I mean, he just wasn't good at anything that he tried to do. So yeah, bravo for giving him some defense here. A defense boost combined with sealing does significantly increase your survivability. Yeah, it's not damage reduction, but if you're raising your defense and then getting hit with only slaps, your chances of survival are much higher with a higher defense total. For the passive, before, he had no key, but to be fair, he did provide a nice stat support for superclass allies, but it had to be under 70% health, which was kind of annoying. Now with this new passive, he gets his own key, which is good. Key plus 3 attack and defense plus 100, plus an additional attack and defense plus 100 when performing a super attack. Very nice. Superclass allies attack plus 50%, no health restriction. That is very nice. They completely removed that and gave the attack boost even more, making for a Super Saiyan 3 category team with a lot more firepower. I do like that. This guy's generally going to be on your 3rd slot on those Super Saiyan 3 teams. So whenever he's there, either once or twice, depending on the composition of your team, 2 out of the 3 times, you could be seeing yourselves with an attack plus 50% boost to Super Saiyan 3, which is not bad. Now, here's the part that I love the most. Launches an additional super attack when there is a pure or power beyond Super Saiyan category ally attacking in the same turn. This is why I love this, because not only does this category consist of so many great characters, but also it inherently includes Super Saiyan 3. Power beyond Super Saiyan is quite literally every form past Super Saiyan that is in the Saiyan lineage. So that's Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan 2, Super Saiyan 4, everything in between past Super Saiyan. So all of these different units can be run on the team. They all also benefit from the superclass attack boost. And this is a great design in terms of just this right here. Not to mention, this fully takes care of the requirement to include additional in your hidden potential build, because now that you have a guaranteed additional super attack, which will likely be the case 99% of the time, you don't need to put that in your hidden potential, unless of course you want to have a 3rd super attack because you're trying to take on certain events like, I don't know, Metacooler Core, Cell Max, things like that. But in general, you can now focus on critical to maximize the damage that he can do per turn, or if you want to go full dodge, that also works. Now, the reason why I would recommend dodge is because of the fact that this is an int unit. One of the major complaints about int units is that they have that base 5 dodge that you can otherwise never get rid of. But now, with the ability to already have an additional taken care of in the passive, all that's left would be critical and dodge. And if you want to try to complete the trio, that's how you can build it. And if you want to go full dodge, you can go as high as potentially 32 dodge if you put enough into it. It's becoming a more and more viable strategy. I don't necessarily believe in the 3 dodge per se, but when you go full dodge for things like red zone or some of the more, difficult events, having that chance to get out of a situation altogether for a unit that has no damage reduction and no guard, that is a very great opportunity. So I would not be opposed to people putting dodge into this unit. So for your hidden potential build, I would recommend go critical and dodge with the additional already taken care of. Now, what you're looking at for me, this is my build from before. I've been using this unit for a while, even before the whole EZA announcement. So I gave him additional at the time because his seal wasn't guaranteed. I wanted him to have the opportunity to drop multiple super attacks to get the seal. Now that he's got the seal, and now that he's got the additional in there, I will likely change this to more critical because I would like to focus more on dodge, or perhaps I will also go full additional. Honestly, either way, doesn't really matter. But let me know in the comments what you guys want to do for this unit. Also, speaking of, in terms of links, this guy has some pretty good links when it comes to key. The ease of launching a super attack with the right units around him will be pretty high because he's got Over in a Flash and Prepare for Battle. So if we take a look at the Dokkan API here, Over in a Flash gives key +3, Prepare for Battle gives key +2. Look at some of the link buddies that he's got here. So Super Saiyan 3, Goku, not exactly the most ideal. He gives Over in a Flash, that's 5 links in common. The Gogeta gives you Over in a Flash and Prepared for Battle, and he's got his own key +3. So on a dual key +3 led team, he's done. He's got a super attack guaranteed. And then look at the company that he's got. This is not a bad selection. You've got God Goku in here. Easy, that would benefit not only himself, but he would benefit the Super Saiyan 3 Bardock. You've got a lot of great options here. So Bardock is in some good company. He will be a fun unit to run on various teams. And as long as you've got at least one, what is it? If you've got one Power Beyond Super Saiyan category ally attacking in the same turn, you're good to go. And more often than not, you probably will. So now let's move on to the event itself. Let's take a look at this event. Storied figures is the weakness, kind of weird, but he is a storied figure. If you're wondering what storied figures are, they consist of warriors who died or were sealed in the past. Sometimes I forget what this stupid category means. But anyway, standard event progression, 30 stages, 30 dragon stones, plus the extra 4 for clearing these missions. So 34 dragon stones can be yours. If we take a look at the category of storied figures, the company's not that great in terms of leader skills. It's actually quite terrible. So the key here is to have the other units on this category, which there are plenty. If you don't have Bardock, you're fine. If you don't have STR Tapia Minosha, you're fine. There are many other options. So we're going to be going over these right now. Number one, with Bardock being on the category, every Team Bardock character is here. You could just run a free-to-play team. Free-to-play team will be fine. Yeah, you're going to have to bring some AGL and some AGL units in there. But, you know, it's better than not having a full team, right? So the AGL units won't do as much damage, but still they will be viable defensively. Team Bardock works. Any version of the Bardock squad will work. Other leads that we've got, well, let's just go through them. So I have a list here of various teams that we can put together. I'm just going to do them one by one. Obviously accounting for the fact that we've got these two here. If you have them, make them your lead and just throw on whoever you got. But assuming you don't have them, let me pull up my game here and let's just go through some various teams that we can run. So let's just start with STR Bojack. If you noticed, Bojack is in this category. So if we run Bojack and we want to do like storied figures and space traveling warriors, Bojack does lead space traveling warriors. You could assemble the Hera clan here. So let's just do that. Let's bring LR Bojack. Let's bring Zangya. She is extreme tech, so she will not do much damage. We could bring Goku if we really wanted to. I'm trying to be fancy here. Actually, you know what? Let's expand this a little bit. Let's just bring the full Hera clan. Bujin, where's Beto? Let's go. Look at that. That's a team. You know what? Actually, I might run this team on this EZA just to mess around a little bit. So Bardock or Bojack would work. If you have Bojack, that would be great. If you don't have Bojack, well, you know what? You can, instead of going to Space Traveling Warriors, you could go Terrifying Conquerors. Why? Because we've got LR Piccolo on this category. So bring him as your lead. He is a free-to-play World Tournament lead. And then just bring whoever else you want. Remember, folks, you have to remember there is no same name update on these EZA battles. So if you pick a unit, you cannot pick another unit of the same name. Notice how when I pick up this Bojack, no, not that one. This Bojack, several other Bojacks were lit out. If we pick up this Demon King Piccolo, actually, wait, he's the elder one. Oh, yeah. We've got Demon King Piccolo, and then we've got Demon King Piccolo Elder. These two together would actually make for a nice combo. So that works. Another category lead that you can run for this category could be crossover. If you guys don't know, with a lot of Bardocks here, we've got some various opportunities for crossover. So this is everything that we've got for crossover and storied figures. We've got the Super Saiyan 4 Bardock TUR. So if you guys were around during the Hero Celebration, then you do potentially have this unit. He is a 150% lead for crossover. If you don't have him, you can run the base SSR one, which gives you a 120% leader skill, and that would still work. But of course, as the friend unit, you wouldn't be able to bring the Super Saiyan 3 Bardock because that would be Super Saiyan 3. So yeah, you could throw him on there. You could bring whoever else you have. You could bring in Michikabura if you want. Super Pycon, whoever. The point is, you can just assemble a team with this guy. So there's another one. A couple more units that you guys can try out. If you've got some Majin Boos, you could use them for this event. Let's go to Majin Power. Majin Power, we've got the Kid Buu as the lead, or we've got the Exchange Buu. Either one works. This guy leads Majin Power and Artificial Life Forms. Although I feel like this one might be a little bit restricted. Let's see. If we run this guy, Majin Power and Artificial Life Forms. So we'll bring South Kai Absorb. We'll bring Kid Buu. Oh my gosh, look at that. Kid Buu just vaporizes the half of the roster. Fat Buu. Uh-oh, running out of options here. Okay, so if we remove Majin Power and throw in Artificial Life Forms, do we have anybody? Nope. All right, so this guy's not going to work as your lead, but now let's try Battle of Fate and Majin Buu Saga. So Majin Buu Saga, oh, that gives us West Kai, South Kai Absorber, whatever this guy was. South Kai Absorber, yeah, that guy. Exchange Buu, Fat Buu. Oh, Baba Shop, Grand Supreme Kai. He could also fit in here. Oh, let's go. Okay. So there you go. There's a team right there. If you don't have these two units, can we try Battle of Fate? Let's see what Battle of Fate can give us. Battle of Fate should give us, would Bojack maybe? No. Oh, okay. You could throw on the Piccolos. So yeah, this team does work. So Kid Buu will actually get the job done if you have him. And then the final one, which should just go without saying, if you run a physical team, that is the type advantage. So if you bring that, you will definitely be in a much better spot. Just have Bardock be your leader if you have this LR EZA 120% lead for super type. Bring him and then boom, 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 you're done, right? So those are various teams that you guys can run for this upcoming event. I don't think it's going to be too difficult. I haven't seen the JP side run through this event, but since it's not an LR EZA, I would imagine this is going to be fairly straightforward. So this shouldn't be too tough. And then lastly, we should just talk about the sub EZAs for the other Bardocks. A couple of you guys have wanted me to review this. I've said this before and I'll say it again. It's just like the Vegetas. So in fact, I'm pulling up the Vegetas breakdown here. Back when this was happening on Global, we had the 3 blue Vegeta sub EZAs. All of them had the exact same medal requirements. So you had to get 36 bronze medals, 60 silver medals, 36 gold, 36 rainbow. And what you're seeing here is the amount of medals you could get per run on their best stage. So if you're trying to run through the Masked Saiyan EZA, let me actually pull that up real quick. If you're trying to do that, this is what you do. So for Masked Saiyan, if you want to get the bronze medals, go down to stage 10. Here you will earn 2 medals per run. And that's what I am showing you right here. So you're going to have to do this 18 times to get all the medals needed for all 3 of these EZAs. Now, if you don't really want to put in the work to do all of that, I will say this unit of the 3 is the best one because this guy can give you insane defense, greatly raises defense for 1 turn, cause supreme damage, and seals defense plus 318%, and guards all attacks within the same turn after receiving an attack. So yeah, he does have to get hit once, but then he guards all attacks. So this guy is a defensive all-star who also runs pretty well with the Super Saiyan 3 Bardock, I believe. Let me actually see. Where does he link up here? If we go to physical, I think he's among the physical units. Let me actually just filter this out. This is why the Dokkan API is so great. So let's do that. And let's see what we get. So if we just do physical, filter this down. Yeah, 4 links in common. And he also has the first awakened link. This is sort of like a big bad boss's link, but for very few characters. This is for like all the Bardocks and the Ultra Instinct Gokus. That's what this one's for. So he does get some nice synergy with the main Dokkan Festival EZA. So please take the time to get that guy maxed out if you can, if you have him. If you don't, well, you know, you can still get the medals ready anyway. But like I said, get 36, 60, 36, 36 for the various sub EZAs, and you guys will be good to go. So there you have it. That is your guide, your preview. Get ready for more content coming to Global. Guys, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a like down below. Let me know in the comments which of the 4 Bardock EZAs are you most excited for? Which of the 4 Bardock EZAs do you have? Do you have all of them? Are you missing a couple? Let me know your build, your team that you're running through the event. Let me know all of that in the comments down below. Also, be sure to subscribe for more content in the future and click the notification bell so that you should know I want to see more of my stuff. Do it. Thanks again. Stay tuned and remember to Dokkan responsibly.